The country should have a clearer picture next week about the sources of money to help fund Jamaica's recovery from Hurricane Melissa.
Finance Minister Favour Williams is expected to table the third supplementary estimates.
Among other things, Jamaica has formally requested financial help from the international community. Details in this report.
The World Bank has indicated that Hurricane Melissa caused roughly $8.8 billion in physical damage across Jamaica.
The damage assessed is 8.8. Insurance may cover 3.8 thereabouts of it. There is still $5 billion, rounded figures, that would need to be funded. We have approximately 1 billion, thereabout, 1 billion. That we can allocate towards the reconstruction. So we still need to find 4 billion. That's the window. And how do you get this? You have to, $4 billion. You have to get out there in the international community.
And so, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness updated the House on his recent visit to the G20 summit in South Africa.
We therefore formally requested the international community, including the IMF, the World Bank, bilateral development partners, climate finance platforms, and multilateral development banks, to assemble a reconstruction support package that scales with Jamaica's ambitions and needs. This includes concessional loans and grants earmarked for resilient infrastructure, sustainable agriculture, including poultry and dairy, citrus, and hydroponics, and for the automation of our agricultural sector, for debt service relief and restructuring options to protect our fiscal space and sustain growth.
Talks were held with Brazil, India, France, South Africa, Nigeria, and Rwanda.
I suspect that the result of that will be a corps of engineers that will come from Rwanda to assist with our reconstruction. The same thing will happen with Ghana.
The Prime Minister says details of Jamaica's reconstruction and resilience program will be circulated to all partners.
We'll convene a partner donor roundtable virtually and then in person to formalize the international support package with a view to securing commitments by the end of the first quarter of 2026. And then we will commence with the first initial tranche of early action projects under our framework to demonstrate momentum, accountability, and value for money to our partners as well as to the Jamaican people.
The parliamentary opposition supported the government's move to get international funding and asked for more details, including the implications for Jamaica's debt-to-GDP ratio.
You would expect to get down to 60 before the end of the fiscal year. You're obviously going to have to borrow. What is your projection in the short term in terms of what you anticipate our debt to GDP will rise to in the short term, and then over time, what you think, what level we would be at? And finally, you had indicated a couple of weeks ago, we're going to relax the fiscal rules, which nobody would have an argument with. Have we begun or started that process?
The Minister of Finance will come to Parliament Tuesday next week with some of the things that you have just asked. For example, you have asked about whether or not we have started the process to change the fiscal rules. Yes, it has begun, and the Minister will come with the necessary legislative changes that are necessary. And that process of bringing our supplementary and having it reviewed by the Fiscal Commissioner, that is underway. So a supplementary will come next week.